you have Photoshop on your phone, like the mobile Photoshop or whatever, you can also do that on there. Follow along as I do this. It's very interesting. So afterwards, you can go on my website. The link is going to be on there. You go in there and download the assets, and you could practice on your own time. It's very fun. You'll be like, "Wow, I did that." You can print it out, do whatever you with it. So let's go on. Um, so this is the introduction I did. I'm a father. I'm a husband to a beautiful wife. I'm a father to a beautiful kid. She's 3 years old, going to turn 4 in in August. So and I have a beautiful baby coming up in September. So yeah, happy about that. So um, I am an illustrator. Most of what I do is illustrations, follow illustrations, and I'm a brand designer. That's what I do for work right now. I work with companies like Walmart. Um, I know you know the the products, Better Homes and Gardens, Mainstays. I've done the packaging for them. You see my work on those shelves and stuff like that. So that's me. Um, these are the examples of what I'm gonna walk you through. Um, these are just a few. I have a lot. This is just a few of what I do. This is for fun. This is what I do for fun, like and just post it on my social media. People love it, right? So it's called poster designs. I don't know how to classify these designs because it just comes as it comes. Okay, just take a photo. Basically, take a photo image and make it to incredible. Put colors. It's strange because I didn't used to like colors, but now I do. So I just put colors and make it pop. Because colors, I'm wearing a shirt. Look, I'm colorful. All right. So like I said, these you could write the website down. These this presentation is gonna be on my website, so you can download it. You see the instructions. After this, I'm gonna put the full instructions on there. You can follow along, download, the assets and work on it on Photoshop. I'm going to stay in Photoshop. I do use many design tools like Illustrator, After Effects, because I do videos. So I use videos, on my stuff too. But I'm just going to stay on Photoshop so you can learn the basics. Um, so these are the steps. It's very simple. Find an image. Just find something like you like you could work through, that you love, because some image is the beginning, is the inception, the first start, right? Image you like, and you start to think about the ideas you want. Start to think about how can I make this image beautiful? How can I do something nice with this image? So the third step is begin the editing process. Um, so that's cutting out the background, shading, coloring. Look, it takes me sometimes days or hours to do this, okay? And I'm gonna do it in like less than 30 minutes. So it takes me hours. Sometimes I'm doing it 2 days because, I don't like it and I have to go back and fix it, but it's very easy. Texturing, puppet, warping, adding elements, the lighting, shade, whatever. There's many stuff. Finalizing, so like fixing like a bad edit that you don't want on there, cutting stuff out, taking stuff out, and the last step you don't have to do this, but this is what I like. It's the GIF image, it's the animations. So from one slide to the another, everybody knows the GIF images, right? But on platforms like Instagram, GIFs don't work. So what do? I do it with um, a photo or a video editing software like DaVinci Resolve or any video editing software. All you have to do is just export the slides and put it together in the video, and that's it. So let's go into it. So find an image. Like I said, just focus on you know the image. Find something that's nice and you can work through. Images can be, you don't have to pay for no images, man. It's free. um, I use FreePic a lot. FreePic has a lot of assets. Google Images, find some. you like on there, and if you have Adobe stock or Shutterstock like you pay for, you could download something like that from. So these are like this is the first step of the editing process. The next ones I'm gonna do it live so you can see. All right, this is the first steps. Like I told you, find the image. I took out the background. This is the image we're working with. Took out the background. So Photoshop has made it so easy now to edit and take out stuff like background, so you don't even have to like use the pen tool and cut out. You could just click a button and it's done. Next step is the the layers, the shade or the light, how you want it to look like, how dark. Um, I like making the image dark. Why? Colors pop out more. The colors will stand out more when the image is dark. And I love my black people, so it's more of the black stuff. It's more of us in there. And black people with our skin, everybody's nice, but black people with our skin and stuff, we just stand out. And it's so easy to, work through because the color of us is nice, right? So, so like I said, follow, you can follow live, you can follow this right now. If you have the tools, if you don't have tools, don't worry about it. You can do it later. Um, this this PDF is already on my website, and the link is right there. This PDF, you could click the link and stuff like that, and you could get to the to my website and stuff. So, nah, not thank you yet. All right, so let's get into it, right? So this is the image I was talking about, right? This is the image I was talking about, and I already started, and I'll show you why I started. But we're gonna, do something different. So I already started on it, actually, just thinking, right? Just thinking already, about what to do with this image, right? But scratch that. We're gonna start fresh so you can see what I'm talking about. So here in Photoshop, easy step, right? Like I told you, you don't have to do this. Take the pen tool. Anybody familiar with Photoshop? Take the pen tool and like cut out and do all this stuff. You don't have to do that anymore. You know, you could just easy step. Just go here, click the image in the layers folder, like you see there, and go down. There's remove background. I love this. AI is wonderful. Remove background. See what it does. Sometimes this image is nice, right? Sometimes, because that was yellow, is when yellow, it will cut out the yellows. But that just figured out, the background immediately. So that's done. Second step is now, you know, seeing what I could do with this, right? So what I do is I take the lower body out. I take the lower down part out. I leave the head up, and I cut out like his shirt or his jacket, right? So what I do is you could just use the select tool right here, or the one tool, or the quick selection tool, right? And just drag, because it's the same color. So it's gonna pick everything, right? Might not be perfect now, but look, I'm gonna pick all of it. And what I do is I just go copy. I copy merged. Copy merge is copying the whole entire thing. If you just copy this, sometimes it doesn't read right. Copy merge, and I just paste. I like using quick command tools. What I did is just go on there. Sorry, I'll slow it down. So I'll go on there and just say file or image or paste, right? Paste right here. Boom. And it makes another layer like you see right here. Just the lower body, right? So and that's that. So that's up. You want that upward because it's gonna read it. That's where we're gonna add the textures on his body, like you saw in the first image, like I showed you, right? Second step is to change the shade of this image, really. Just change it up, make it look nice, right? It's too bright for me, right? So what I do is you go to the image folder, you go to adjustment, very important. Go to adjustment and go to shade for shadows and highlights. Boom, it's gonna bring out this one thing, this one selection. There's a whole bunch of selections here, right? See, so when you work through the amount of how you want the light, tone, the highlights, see? Um, tone again here, get a dark, you know, radius, how big you want, how big you want that shade to look, color, how dark you want it, and the mid-tone, just to make it darker, right? We're gonna make that a little darker, and just click OK. Click OK is gonna save it, right? Next step is to add, um, make it more darker, right? Still a little bit bright for me. So make it more darker. So what I do is in the layers panel, you're gonna see an option here. It looks like a yin yang. It looks like a yin yang sign, right? You just go to it. It's where you have all, the levels, brightness, saturation, hue, saturation is how intense you want the color is to be, and stuff like that. So what I do is I go to the hue and saturation, and you make a clipping mask. Making a clipping mask is that edit. What you do is going to just stay in that layer. It's not going to affect the whole entire layer that you have in there. It's just going to stay in that one layer that you're trying to fix. So when you make a clipping mask, you just right click and go here and say make a clipping mask, right? So, or you could do it if you have a MacBook. I don't some Windows. You could do options, and you just do that. So it just see that dot. It just makes um, that edit layer that you're gonna fix on there. So you could just it doesn't mess up with the whole entire thing. So that shirt is gonna stay yellow, while this whole entire thing is gonna change. So look, he's changing, but it's not messing up with the whole entire image. So make it darker, right? Boom, he's dark enough. So next step is mess with the levels. Levels is the intensity, the lighting, how bright, the mid-tone, how you want it to be intense, how you want this guy to be dark. So you go here again, same place, like the yin yang sign, and go to levels and clip it, and you can mess with the bar here. Mess with the bar, you know, fix, make him dark. I think he's dark enough, don't you think? All right, so he's dark enough. I like how it's looking already. So I could go into the next step. Next step is, playing with his shirt or other things they have in the, on the image. So what I do is the same thing. It's all. Don't be like me. I don't like naming my folders or my layers. This is a very bad habit. But I know what I'm doing, so I can just go through it. If you're starting Photoshop or learning or starting any software, name your folders. It makes life easier for the next person who's going to work in this if you're working with someone. So I go to this. So all of this is on the website, right? The folder. In the folder, you're going to see a texture file. Texture file, couple of texture files, this image and everything. You could, download all of that and work. So the interesting file is looking like, I'm gonna open it up. So I'm gonna go to the assets, I'm gonna open it up, like a psychedelic looking image, right? So this would come here, so you could just drag this in there, and it's gonna boom stay like that. So you could just fix, make it large how you want it. Then clip. See that? Just clip. That's why we cut that out. So you could fix that on that. So just clip it there. It's still, you right click and you just make a clipping mask from the options. You're gonna see that in the options here, in the layers folder, or in the layers panel, Photoshop. Right? Don't worry. if you're not understanding, don't worry, you understand. It's on the PDF, right? You could just follow through the steps I give you, and you see how nice it is. I love this stage because now I could, start to work with, blending and, fixing the texture, how to make it real, right? So it's just blank on there. It's just staying on there, right? What you do is in the layers panel, Photoshop has blending options, right? So you look at this. You could just scroll through and see what you want, right? Go through and see what you want. I'm not liking that. Not liking that. Boom, boom. And we let's say we multiply. Multiply is just multiplying the image on what you have already. So it's gonna look a little real because it looks like it has the texture on its jacket, right? Now, after I do that, I play with the texture. I play with the texture I just, put on there. So what I do is the same thing over and over, right? Play with the hue and saturation, clip it on that, and play with the color. Play with the color. Tend to gravitate towards purple a lot. I don't know. I just love the color, right? That's not my favorite color. It just looks nice, but I tend to gravitate to blues. So we're gonna stick into like the blue and purple-ish looking area. Boom. I like that, right? So you see, it's beginning to come along, beginning to take form and take shape, right? So the next thing is also adding levels. Like I said, name your files, man. Name your layers, man. Don't be like me, you know. You could just double click here and just say light or whatever, and name your your layers. Don't be like me, man. So you could play with this. Drag this. There's a panel on the right. Just drag this. See how light. The last bar is making it lighter. All the extreme bar is making it darker. The middle range is just the middle range. Shifting the middle range, how you like it. Boom, boom. Think, I like how that looks. So it's beginning to take shape. Now, this is where I stopped in the first file I opened up for you, right? This is where I stopped because I want you to follow this. Now it becomes intricate after these steps, right? When you're doing this, always constantly save your work because you could lose the work, right? Always constantly. So I'll save it as, let's say, save it as what I was working on before. Like my PSD, save, boom. Now, like that step is done, right? That whole entire step is done, so you don't have to repeat that. That's long. Now we're gonna work into adding elements to this image. This is the cool part. This is where you could play around, do what you want. This is where you could do whatever you want, however you want, So, but first, let's add a background to this image. Basically, it's very easy. You could actually just drag in a texture and put it as the last layer after the image, or you could. What I do mostly is use the gradient tool. Use the gradient tool, and you just drag. Not over that. Sorry. Let's make another layer. I just add the plus sign and push it down. Right. Boom. And what you do is just make the gradient. See, you could drag it how you want. Make a gradient background. Boom. I think that looks nice. Make a big gradient background. Don't worry about the color. You can mess with the color by adding another clipping mask with a hue and saturation. Very easy. Just add another clipping mask. So we're gonna add another clipping mask here. Hue and saturation. Boom. And clip it. And now you can just change the colors how you want it. go towards relation to that. Here with the blues. Boom. It looks nice. I like it. You still go in there, and you don't like how light the bottom is or whatever, you could just play along, play with this a little bit, and get it to what you want. You could actually still even go in there, click in there, and choose your own, you know, your own brightness or darkness, whatever. Boom. Click save. To me, I like images looking real. So that's not kind of light don't come from the top and it's dark. Light comes from the top and it's bright on top and it's dark on the bottom, right? So it's like you could flip this. Just drag, flip it, right? Now that's believable, right? Um, Boom. I think I like that. And the background's done. Pretty nice, right? We've come a long way from just like a one blank, boring image to a nice image. Um, Now we're gonna play with elements, adding elements to this image and make it look nice and stuff like that. So what I do first is the hair is messed up. We don't like our hair messed up, right? So we're gonna fix the hair and make it look nice. It was like, yes, yes. All right, so here it's very easy. You could take the pen tool. The pen tool is always the your tools are always on the left, or however you arrange your Photoshop. Your tools are always on the left, or however you arrange your Photoshop, right? So it's gonna play with the elements and make and draw like, let's just draw something. Draw something here. After you do that, you make a selection. Don't worry, you're gonna get the steps in the slides on the website. Um, so what I do is just add, you know, go to brush tool and add uh, color. So I'm gonna make it black, right, and just color. Boom. Okay, that didn't read black, but check this out. Do that too. Add clipping mask. Boom. Black. So there you go. You can mess with this however you want. Go into the select tool and mess with this how you want, drag or whatever. So here, just push them up, and that's how you add elements to the thing. Um, I play with the brush real quick. We just go and play with the brush. Airbrush tool. Boom. And what I do is make another layer here and just add the elements that you want, right? Add any elements you want. Just gonna do some. Mm, I do scribbles a lot. They don't mean anything. You ask me, what do they mean? Uh, I don't know. It's just something. So that's how you go through the steps, right? There will be the full, I'll make a video and I'll complete this image. I'll make a video and the slides and everything, assets is on there. And thank you so much. And that's me right there. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Give it up one more time for Daniel Zion, please. Good job. Good job. Good job.